So I'm gonna start doing that. In the meantime, I'm just gonna play the game. I'm gonna start with gold because when I was playing, I was noticing that I was still getting good scores. Which is really good. Because I have been playing some games, not quite a lot. I've been playing some COD. I played COD for a while. But I think I'm gonna make Kovaaks a main game. Until my friends right now are playing World of Warcraft, and I tried playing it. It's just not my thing, dude. Played it for a long time, but it's not really what I want to play. So I'm gonna make this my main game until they start playing an FPS again. I kind of want to get into Overwatch 2. I haven't played Overwatch 2 very much. I haven't even done all my placements yet. So that might become later. So what I'm gonna do, normally on the first one, we play the game with a randomizer, a sensitivity randomizer. That was really bad. Excuse me. We take a little break. Then we play again without the sense randomizer. And that was actually working really well, dude. I went from silver all the way to gold on some of the scenarios. Not all of them. And I was only doing it for a couple of weeks. Maybe like 3 weeks. Without breaks. There were a couple of days that I took a couple of days off, but it was working really well. I want to start doing that again. However, I'm not gonna do it today because today I won't be long. I'll probably just stream and then do something else. I want to make sure that I at least get one of these down. But what I will do is I still think that my clicking is my weakness, and that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. And I can tell that because doing these scenarios right here, I have absolutely outgrown these scenarios. I could probably take a plat benchmark and be really good. You know, give me a second. What do we have? Give me a second, please. Sorry about that. Let's try again. So these scenarios right here, I have completely outgrown them. And well, I can probably grind them to like a really good score. It'll just be a grind. You wouldn't be conditioning. You wouldn't be learning anything, or at least I wouldn't be learning anything. I wouldn't be developing any new synapses. Just the way the brain works. You learn through failure. You progress faster through failure, right? Which is why you wanna challenge yourself, and you shouldn't be worried about scores. So that's why I'm gonna supplement my training with weakness specific scenarios. And there's a lot of scenarios out there that are really good, that are really modern, but I'm gonna go with an old one that I have, one of the very first ones that Voltaire came out with. I found that I like that one because it's not long, but it's still really good. It's challenging, but not so challenging that I can't learn from it, right? So that's one of the things you have to like worry about learning. It's like understanding how much you need, or how challenging you need to make your scenarios in order for you to get better, right? Grinding benchmarks, although they work, they're not really for that. They're just to benchmark you with your level. But I wanna get back into it. And I think I've like took a long enough break that I can break some other habits that I have that were really hindering me. Like for example, gripping my mouse too hard. That is like a terrible habit to have. Oh, break that habit. You know. Do not like stretch, especially the older you get. Like, I'm a pretty old dude compared to what like the population of Twitch streamers are. I'm pretty old, and I've been playing for a long time, so you definitely want to take care of yourself. I'm gonna put on my let's try again. So that's what I'm gonna focus on this first week. Is first couple of days. What I'm gonna normally do is I'm gonna do my bench press on Sundays. And just see how I can do, how I'm doing. Like, for example, the ones that I'm really weak against, I will try to grind them until I'm not improving my scores. And you kind of know when you stagnate. So if we look at the benchmarks, right? Should probably add. So these are my benchmarks right now. And you can tell, like, all of these, the tracking ones, I guess they released a new tracking benchmark, and I haven't done these reactive ones, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do pretty well on them. For example, in order for us to get gold, we have to get a 2200 score. I have a 2417 score. Same thing over here. 3755 or 3735 score. You know, make this bigger. Bigger, that way you guys can see it. So these I'm good. Pretty sure I'm gonna do well on these as well. I'm pretty much at gold. Except for 1, 2, 3 scenarios. 3 scenarios that I'm not at gold at. And I haven't done these two. At least not on the new benchmarks that they put out. Which I will do. I might do that tomorrow, just to see where I'm at. I don't know yet. But no, that's not to say that I think that my tracking is very good. As you can tell, it's not. It's very bad. My tracking is platinum at the most, I think. But it's not at silver, and it's definitely not at gold. But that's okay. So now I want to move on. So I think I'm definitely have a lot of trouble with my my clicking and my target switching. I think that's probably one of the biggest ones that I need to improve. Which is why I'm gonna do 2 scenarios. But like I said, today I'm not gonna do the randomizer. Normally I would do the randomizer first, and then we move on. But I'm not gonna do that. So the reason why I'm doing all of these and not skipping around or anything is because I want to warm up. I've lost a lot of I've lost a lot of time of not playing Kovaaks. I probably at this point I would probably been at least probably at diamond or something if I didn't stop. But I had to stop because of school, which kind of sucks. But I'm not going to school full time anymore. I'm only taking 1 class. It is a physics class that I'm taking, but I passed it, but I need to get an A on it, and I didn't get an A. Which is unfortunate. Excuse me. So, however, I have to retake that class again, so it's like a whole entire semester. That way I can rank again, or that way I can rank. Probably gonna rank until next year, which is fine. The job that I have right now is really good, actually. So I am definitely enjoying what I'm doing. However, I definitely want to improve again. I think one of the good things about not playing for so long is that you can reset on those habits that you were doing. I have terrible habits. One of the biggest ones that I have, I think, is that I grip my mouse way too hard. And I don't like that. I shouldn't be doing that. So I can break that habit. I think when I do my benchmarks tomorrow, which I think I'm probably gonna do that. I am going to do the ones that I haven't done because they released a new benchmark system, even though it's still season 4. I'm not. Normally, what I've been doing is I've been like just focusing on the ones that I've done bad. In this case, it would be the multi-click, the psalm, and the sky, which is what my weakness. I mean, it's really one of my weakest ones. But this Sunday, I'm just gonna probably do all of them, just to see where I'm at. Got that really bad. Well, yeah. So you can kind of tell that I lost a lot of also, my schedule's not gonna be in the mornings. I'm not doing mornings. I'm gonna do it after I get off work. mean, it doesn't seem like I lost too much because I have been playing some games, some FPS games, not a lot though. Hey Script, thank you for the follow, my man. Hope you enjoy your stay, dude. I'm gonna make Kovaaks my main game, at least when I stream. And I'm gonna put some of my content out on YouTube. Some of it's already out on YouTube. Oh, that was really bad. But this is my first week coming back. My first day from my first week coming back. I've been playing Kovaaks every once in a while, but it's usually only like 20-30 minutes. Not a full scenario or not a full playlist. But what I was doing is I would first start out playing a fundamental playlist, but I would use a randomizer. And the reason being is because there's a study showing that whenever you use a randomizer or whenever you do something that's doing a similar task but in a different way, and you come back to that task, the people that only do it once, right, they don't learn as much, right, which is obvious. But the people that do the task again, right, they learn more. This is a study done by Johns Hopkins University. It's been a while back, and it has nothing to do with aiming. However, it does have to do with conditioning, which is what you're trying to do when you're aim training, right? You're trying to improve. But anyway, what they were doing is that on the third time, like the third control group or the third group, they would have them do a similar task but make it more difficult for them. And they found that the people that were in that group did a lot better once they did a lot better at learning that task than everybody else. And randomizers will make it so that what about it? Randomizers make it so that do something very similar to that. This kind of example has been studied, right, in universities, but it's also done in sports. For example, NFL football, which is American football. During training camp they have what they call 2-a-days, right? And the first in the morning, they do whatever task they're gonna do. But when they do it again, they do it in a different way. It's usually physical tests. How many hours do I have on aim trainers? I have about 400 maybe. However, that might seem like a lot, but it's not effective hours. Right? A lot of people, when they try a game, they just start playing it and they don't have no fucking clue what they're doing. And that's how I was, and that's how a lot of us are. It's not until I found Voltaic and I started researching conditioning, researching the brain and how the brain works, how the brain learns. And it's not a method that I developed, but it's something that I've been doing that I think has been working for me. And it was working for me because in 3 weeks, in 3 weeks, I went from silver, or from bronze, all the way to gold. Just doing what I was doing, or what I was telling you, where you do a task, and then you do it different. And it was effective. I think it was effective. I was setting a lot of scores, and I was doing really well. And then I had to stop because of school. I was working full time, and I was going to school full time, and I just couldn't do a lot of things, you know. Hello, Flips. How are you? You got 200 at AIM Lab? Oh, yeah. But even then, like, even the hours that you put on AIM Lab, those are nice, right? But a lot of the times, there's two different. I see it as two different things, right? If you're trying to improve, right? Hours of you trying to improve, and hours of you trying to, like, just warm up, or just playing the game just to play it. You know, those are completely different, and I think those, the intensity, just the way you approach things are just completely different. If you're trying to warm up, you're just trying to warm up. You're not trying to, like, improve. You're not trying to look at what you're doing wrong, which is one of the things that I was doing. Looking at what I was doing wrong, like applying techniques that I have seen from other aimers that make this their main game, or have improved all the way better. They're a lot better than me because I'm not very good. At least I don't think I am. And like I said, it was working. I was doing really well. Like, but then when I stopped. Some of that carried over because I haven't noticed a lot of decay. At least not on my tracking. But my tracking has always been my strong suit. How are you, Flips? Sorry. You're almost flat? Yeah. I'll show you my benchmark right now after this. I haven't done the newest ones because during the time that I was not playing the game, because I stopped playing for about six months really, because of school. I'll show you. So my weaknesses have always been static and speed. Like speed, I have a lot of trouble with. So switching back and forth fast, that's what I have a lot of trouble. Well, most of my scores are pretty good. They're all gold, and they're all well past gold. Like, for example, 880 out of 850, 860 out of 800, 930 out of 900. This one, I'm almost there. I'm really close. My tracking has always been really good. You're okay? That's good, Flips. I'm okay too. I woke up really early and I decided to just stream for a little bit. I'm gonna do this in another scenario, and then I'll go ahead and log off for the day. But anyway, I haven't done these two, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do okay with them. Just like, for example, right here out of 2200, which is gold, I got 2437. I mean, they're just really good. My speed, I can't even reach silver with some noses. But that was one of my weakest ones when I first started. It was like an iron. My evasive has been okay. I can react pretty quickly to what the bots are doing. But switching between bots, I think that's what I have the most trouble with. And right now, when we start playing that, you're probably gonna notice. So what I haven't decided on yet is on the playlist that I'm doing. Obviously the gold playlist, I probably should be playing something better, at least for the trekking scenarios. So I don't know if I should like move on. However, I'm afraid that on my speed scenarios I'm not gonna do very well. And while you want to make whatever it is that you're making more difficult, you don't want to make it so difficult that you just can't do it. Right? You have to at least be able to do it. Your brain has to register at least some kind of ability that you're capable of doing it. So going too hard won't work. Going too easy, it's not gonna work, because your brain, the way your brain works is you learn more by failure than you do by doing it right. Confirmation bias, or confirming your brain confirming what you're doing right, it's not gonna improve your ability to learn or your ability to get better or whatever it is that you're doing. So your conditioning staggers if it's too easy. You have to like make sure that you're failing, but it's a fine line, right? And Voltaic does a really good job at this, at like putting these scenarios that are very similar in speed, or very similar in what you have to do, but they're either a little faster or the targets are a little smaller, or something to that nature, that makes it more difficult once you get to the next level. And that's what you want to do, right? Getting what the fuck am I doing? You want to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, for example, when it comes to accuracy, you want your accuracy to be at 30% when you're learning, right? When you're doing your benchmarks, then obviously that's not what you want, right? You want to do your best. But when you're learning, you want to do it at 30%. Like your accuracy. When it comes to clicking, the same thing. You want to do like dynamic. You want to do static scenarios, or scenarios in which they make it difficult for you. Like for example, Fugla scenarios are really good. But anyway, back to what I was gonna do. I'm probably gonna keep doing the gold playlist, but I'm gonna supplement my weaknesses with a weakness specific scenario, and I have one available, or I have one. It's kind of old. It's actually pretty old. Voltaic doesn't have it out there anymore. It's a scenario that's not, you can't find it anywhere. However, I started playing aim trainers for a really long time ago, and I got Kovaaks before Kovaaks was in beta and it was free. So I never actually paid for Kovaaks, because if you had the game in beta, then you didn't have to pay for it when it went live. And I have one of those. I have it on my Discord. So on my Discord, I have a whole bunch of scenarios that people can do that are weakness specific scenarios, and I feel like those are good. I feel like what I'm gonna do with them is I'm gonna still do these, and even though I'm gonna supplement my routines with that. You still wanna do something that's fundamental for you, especially when you're like, for example, script. You were saying that you're you're plat, right? At plat, you're like at intermediate, and doing overarching scenarios, like scenarios that are like multiple, that hit different areas, multiple areas. You still want to do those, like the fundamental scenarios from Voltaic. You still want to do stuff like that. But once you get to like Grandmaster, or at Master level or Grandmaster, at that point you know what you're weak at, and you know what kind of scenarios you need to do. But we're not at that level, so fucking bot, dude. Why am I having so much trouble with bot, man? That was really bad. So we're doing the pastel down. These are the ones where I'm having trouble with, so I have to go back here again. The pastels I'm okay, and the bounce shot, apparently, according to this chart. At least to reach platinum, right? Or to try to get platinum. It's the multi-click. That's another thing that you want to do, right? You shouldn't care about your scores. You should care about your technique. You should care about your scores when you're doing your benchmarking. Try again. Probably increase the sound a little bit. So what do I mean by working on your technique and not your score? That means that no shortcuts, right? And understanding what these scenarios are about, or what they're trying to do. So what I'm trying to do is I want to make sure that I flick on these. Not so much tracking them. You don't want to track them. And I can get good scores on tracking them. But a good rule of thumb is that if you see the change in color whenever you're over the target, then you're taking too long. You're making your brain confirm instead of have the brain do it. Of course, it's like easy saying it rather than doing it, right? But that's why you want to do it. That's why you want to that's why you shouldn't worry about your score, because me tracking them will make my score higher, but it's not the proper technique. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. Like, once you kill a target, you shouldn't be thinking about what target you're gonna go after next. You should be already thinking that before you kill a target. Alright? So you should already have a target acquired or in your brain or in your mind of where you're gonna go before you hit the target. And that's one of the things that I have trouble with as well. So these evasive bots are really good. And like tracking and flicking and all that subcategories of mouse control that involves aiming in FPS games, they're all interweaved together. You can't get a high score on flicking only without having decent tracking, because you need to make sure that you have proper mouse or what do you call it, smoothness, which is why a lot of like players that play Valorant, right, you don't need a lot of tracking in that game, but they can still track pretty well. Now that might be something that's one of the weaknesses in. But it all interweaves. So that's why you need to have like high scores on everything. So if you feel like you hit a plateau on, say for example, on your clicking, and all you want to do is just focus on clicking, well, without tracking, you're not gonna get better at it. Like this scenario right here, the popcorn, is one of those scenarios where everything is, you have to have a combination of everything. Because you only have one shot and the reload takes so long. And you wanna hit these targets at the apex of your jump. It's the easiest time to hit them in. So it does everything. And it's true with like reactive scenarios, right? If you don't have good flicks on tracking, say for example you wanna you're playing soldier like in Overwatch, which requires a lot of aim or a lot of tracking, or you're playing Apex, which also requires a lot of tracking. If you don't have effective flicks, you're not gonna be able to accurately target whatever target you're targeting whenever they change direction when you're tracking it. God damn it. That was really bad. But one of the things that you also notice is the better you get, the variedness of your scores diminish, right? So your consistency gets better. So when you first set your high scores, it's gonna take a while, but as you keep playing them, you're gonna keep getting closer to your high scores, and then you set another high score, and then at first it's gonna be very varied in terms of your low score and your high score, and then it'll just keep on going until that graph. Come on, dude. That graph, or that variancy diminishes. So, come on. Alright, try again. That can only happen through time. A lot of people think that you can get to a high level in a short amount of time, but it really can't. FPS games is one of those where mechanics in FPS games just take a long time to master, and even when you master them, you can still do better. Right? It's not like riding a bicycle. You learn to ride a bicycle, and after a while, boom, you already know it, right? And you can only get better for so long or for so much. Whereas with FPS games, you can always continue to improve. Now talent does come into play, but I think talent comes into play in terms of like the amount of time it takes for you to get to that point. At the highest levels, yeah, there's a difference, but until I think you get to like masters or grandmasters, like I think anybody can do it. You just have to put in the time, regardless of what your talent level is. If it takes longer, because you're not as good, it's okay. But you also have to like make sure that you're properly training, right? You wanna do stuff like get these bosses the apex of their jump. You want to do the bar dole method in terms of clicking to these targets. So you get close to them and then you do a micro flick. You want to do that. You don't really want to track them. You do want to track them, but it's more about smoothly going to that target. You know. I'm just not even thinking about it. Which I'm not there yet, and it'll probably be a long time before I can do that. What the fuck is this? Tam speed 2BP gold. Oh, this. Yeah, this is what I have a lot of trouble with. I think having like what I need to do, what I make sure I need to do is that whenever I hit one target, I always know where the next one's gonna be at. And the only way you can do that is if you let your brain be the one to flick, and the subconscious part of your brain to just let it flick, while the conscious part of your brain allow you to determine which is the best target to go for. So what you want to think about is where you're gonna go. What you don't want to think about is actually doing it. I guess you could put it that way. But I have trouble with that, I think. Definitely don't want to do what I just did. Switching over to a different target in the middle of you doing it. Once you decide on the target, you need to go for it, regardless of whether it's the correct one or not. And then if you know it's the incorrect target to go for, then you can always work on getting better at that. But you should not change mid-flight. God, I'm doing really bad. So yeah. And also, you should always take a break if you need to. And another thing I need to do too is when I flick to the next target, assume that I'm gonna hit it. That's a habit I need to break. I don't do that. Well, maybe I need to like slow down a little bit. What I like to do is then whenever I mess up, I like to just take a second and reset. Just like clear everything, clear the past, clear where you think that your target's gonna be. Because what happens is, say for example you miss, but your brain already knows that you need to go to the next target. Your brain calculates the distance between when you were supposed to hit the target to that you missed, when you were supposed to hit the target that you missed, to, so say for example, give me, what can I do? Is this pod? Yeah. So let me so let's say for example this is the target, and this is your crosser right here, right? So what your brain's gonna do is it's gonna calculate where you need to hit the target, right? So it's gonna go over here. Now if you miss, right, your brain is not gonna calculate the miss, it's gonna calculate as if you hit it, right? So if you already have this target over here and you miss, it's gonna calculate from here to over here. But if you miss, you're gonna be off. So it's one of the reasons why you have to reset whenever you miss, at least whenever you miss multiple times. Which is one of the reasons why whenever like you miss, you have your rhythm going boom, 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 and then all of a sudden you miss once, and then boom, all of a sudden you keep missing. It is because of that reason. Because your brain's already calculating the distance between where you were or where you were supposed to hit your target at to the other target. And if you miss, well now this is not the same distance. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that is why I pause after I miss a lot of times. So whenever you do these and you miss, what you need to do is don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go to the next target. Hopefully that's a good explanation as to what's going on whenever you're doing something. And this is true for anything that you do. Not just say, for example, you're weaving a basket and you're doing it automatically. Well, your brain automatically knows how much distance you need to do when you're weaving your basket, right? Times it's just like second nature. It's a little different, right? Because these are moving targets, so your brain has to like do millions of calculations per second. But yeah. Pokeball. Let's try again. Actually, take a second to stretch. Let's go ahead and stretch for a little bit. Oh, first, I need to find out if Leeds won. I don't think Leeds won. I think they lost. Oh no, they stayed 0-0, which kind of sucks. But it is Newcastle. Newcastle is actually pretty good. Newcastle, where's Newcastle at? Newcastle is third. So the fact that we drew them is actually really good. It's actually really good. So we lost our last match against Man City, but it is Man City. Man City is just insane. I mean, Holland is a fucking monster right now in Europe. Sorry. Try again. I should change my... So the goal here is two things that you gotta do. One, one is get as close to the target as you can and then flick. And two, get to the cluster of targets in the most efficient manner that you can. I was watching a stream of Maddie, VT Maddie, Matty OW. And he's one of the best aimers in the world. He is the best aimer in the world right now. He's like Astro. He has world records in a whole bunch of scenarios. And he was helping somebody else aim train. And that person had a lot of trouble with bounce shot 180. And one of the things he was telling them is that he has to make sure that you keep in mind of the clusters. So you have 2 clusters of targets, right? And when they spawn, you gotta keep in mind. So you should already know from your peripheral vision where the next target is gonna be at, and you should already be on your way as soon as you kill that one target that's in front of you. And you can take that same line of logic in this scenario right here. There's also other things that he was telling you, that he was telling the gentleman that he was helping with on what to do, but that's more for that specific scenario. But that one concept that he was saying, to keep in mind of where the next clusters are going to be at on your peripheral vision, is one of those things that I need to start implementing.
I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
So I know there's one all the way in the corner, so when I get to it, I can get to it, right? There's also 2. So even if they're out of sight, you should still know where they're gonna be at. So I know that one's all the way down there, so I can get to it later. You should also, when you're hitting these targets, you shouldn't go out of your way. You should be going to it. So say for example you're over here, you shouldn't be... If there's like an outlier, you shouldn't get to it. You shouldn't go to that outlier unless you're already going into that direction. If that makes sense. So if we go back to paint, because I love paint. Right? So your target right here, you got a target 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 all the way down here, and then you have a target right here and up here. Right? So say for example you're already over here. Right? You can go up here, down here, down here. But if this target wasn't up here, then you would go back. So if this target wasn't here, you would go back again to the other screen, to the other side. You wouldn't go all the way down here, because once you're down here, you're already done. Like, where are you gonna go? You can only go over here. So if there's another target over here and you're all the way over here, the distance for you to get to that target is so long, right? However, if you have a target up there, then that's fine, right? Because you're already going to it, right? So you're over here, you're already going to it. Hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to understand that concept. Especially at the moment. It's easy for you can understand that concept when you're looking at it, right? But when you're doing it, it's hard, right? Like deciding which is the best course of action for you to go. Like you don't want to do what I just did right there. You know? I left that one over there because I know there's gonna be one there and I know there's one at the bottom. So I know there's one at the corner up here. And I can get to it. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Assume that you're gonna hit the target. If not, move on. So I'm having a lot of trouble like deciding which is the best course of action. What is this? Try again. Don't do that. If you miss, you miss. God damn it, dude. If you miss, you miss. I did it again. So like I said, it's not about like getting a high score. It's just about getting the technique right. And trying to eliminate bad habits. So there's just a lot of things that you have to like think about when you're doing this scenario. So even though like other scenarios, like for example the tracking ones, they seem like they're harder. In reality, they're just as difficult as these. Just because there is some kind of game sense that you have to apply. Um, God damn it, dude. That's another thing. Like, I don't want to overshoot my target. I want to undershoot it. And I do overshoot it a lot. That was a little better. It's still not good. Like there's, like for example, I'm like one of the lowest, right? Like I'm not even in the median. I'm like below median. So I did it again. I went mid and then I went back, and you shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's do 103. I don't think 120 is proper for this one right here. Try again. Try again. Okay. Alright, we try again. What the fuck happened to my music, dude? Let's do that. Difficulty with this scenario for some reason. I don't understand why. So that's something that I need to grind more. Try it again. This is loud as fuck, dude. Bankeet, how are you, buddy? How you been, man? I am finally back, dude, and I'm actually gonna grind it this time. I had a lot of issues last couple months because I was going to school and working full time, and it was just a lot. However, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm still going to school, but I'm only gonna be taking one class, so I can devote my time to improving my aim. And I'm gonna do something very similar to what I was doing before, just not today. Since today I've just started playing again, I'm just gonna do the fundamental routine real quick, whatever. I'll do another routine after this. I'm almost done. And then Sundays I'm still gonna be doing my benchmarks on Sundays. However, normally what I've been doing is whatever I'm weakest at, I try to do I try to like focus on that benchmark. This time I'm gonna do all of them. There's a new benchmarks that came out from Voltaic that I haven't done. I'll show you. It's these two. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they look like, but they're tracking. So I think I'm gonna do pretty well on those. I haven't lost a lot of I lost a little bit, but it's mostly rust. I've actually set a couple of high scores, so it's been okay, you know. This one right here, the clicking scenarios, I'm still having a lot of trouble with. So I'm still gonna supplement my fundamental routine with weakness specific scenarios or routines that I have, or playlist, which is gonna be for static. Although I might do speed, but no, I think I might do static because I feel the most rust, and I feel like I need to improve on this. I was watching VT Maddie tracking. Yeah, it's like you're still terrible at tracking, but slowly getting better, dude. I'm telling you, man. The weakest thing that you're at are the ones that are really the hardest for you to improve on. But you can still do it. Just supplement your routines with something that targets your weakness. And you wanna figure out what you're weakest at. Are you weakest at smoothness or at evasive tracking? Everybody's gonna be weak at evasive tracking, but you have to think about in relative to your level, right? So that's what you have to think about. Relative to your level, what are you the most weak against? Is it smoothness or is it evasive? If it's smoothness, then on my Discord, I had put some scenarios that could help you. Hey, look, I got a score. Nice. It's still really bad. I mean, 83 is not even I mean, that's not even, like, among friends, I'm like the worst. Like, you have the highest score in that scenario itself, 102, you know? Like, I'm really bad at that. You always try to predict. Yeah, it's hard not to. It's hard not to kick that habit. Even I do it. Even though reactive is probably one of my better scenarios. However, there are things that you can do. So you can do something like, for example, let's stop this playlist real quick. Right. So there's some tracking that you want to do. Like you have VT reactivity, right? And some of these are really fucking hard, dude. So I don't know if it should be there. This playlist should be there. So say for example you try this one, right? And you have a lot of trouble with this. Yeah, one of the things that you can do, right, is stop the playlist, right? So you stop the playlist and you change the time scale. So if you feel like it's really hard for you to like track the bot, you can change the time scale and you can half it, right? And then you can start the challenge. So now it's easier, right? So I don't think I did it. So you can like go 0.1, 0.25, right? And then you play. The fuck? Why is it not working? There you go. And just slow it down as much as you can, or as much as you can do it. I don't know why it's not fucking working, dude. Maybe you have to like download. So let me see. Let me increase it. Huh. Oh, there you go. Alright. Obviously this is too slow. But if one is too hard, you can do 0.5. And you can start out that way, dude. Right? And then you can move up. You can do 0.75. And you can play this a couple times and then go back to the VT reactivity. And then you just go down the list. But you have to stop the challenge, right? You have to stop the playlist in order for you to be able to change the time scale. You can edit it, but I don't think you change the time scale when you edit it. If that makes sense. So hopefully that can help you. And like I said, you have to find that you have to find that line where it's either too hard or too easy. Goes on the fourth one. Yeah, try it, and if it's too easy for you, you can increase it, right? And you can still do that playlist, right? That playlist has you do five of those, right? Which is 5 minutes, so you can just do it for 5 minutes, and then you can move on to the next list, and you can lower the time scale on that one. But you shouldn't neglect the other aspects of mouse control, the switching, the target switching, or the clicking, or the static. You shouldn't neglect those either, because they're all interconnected. The better you are at clicking, the better you're gonna be able to react to the bot moving. If you're having a lot of trouble with your reactive bots, work on your smoothness, because that could be a smoothness issue. Like a lot of the times what happens with me is that when they move, right, they change direction, I may have to catch up to it, and if you're not smooth, you're not gonna be able to catch up with it very well. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, working on your weaknesses is really what the biggest thing is. And also try the sensitivity randomizer if you have the time. And it does take a lot of time, right? Because the sensitivity randomizer won't work unless you do the scenario twice in one day. So if you can't do that in one day, then it might not help you as much. I don't think I want 103. Let's do 120. Alright. Yeah, maybe 103 is okay. Fuck. I definitely want to shoot these guys when they're in the apex of the jump, and not when they're in the floor. Okay. Well, that's a weird high score. Yeah, this is one of those where I have a lot of trouble with, but that's okay. So I want to get them at the apex of the jump, and now also on my peripheral vision, the thing that I'm doing now is on my peripheral vision, figure out where the bots are. And I figure out the trajectories of the bots. Turn this down, it's a little high. Cool song though. Alright. Try it again. Try it again. Come on. I can do better. So there's a whole bunch over here, so I know there's gonna be a whole bunch on the other side. I think I should like focus on clusters that are in the middle and on one side. So this guy BT Matty that I was talking about, He was saying when you do these scenarios, try to do them when they're coming down, not when they're coming up. It's a lot easier. And it seems to be working because I'm getting higher scores. I just got 2 high scores right now. So there's merit to what he's saying about that. Of course, I mean, VT Maddie is one of the best streamers in the world. So whenever he says something, you should do it. Okay, so I should focus on clusters on 2 sides. That's what I'm gonna try to do. We'll see if that helps. I think it might. I'm not entirely sure I'm doing it right. I would have to go back and VOD review. That's another thing I want to do. I want to VOD review. Okay. I don't think I was doing it right that time. So I know there's one at the bottom, so I can work my way towards it. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should start doing the speed instead of the clicking scenarios, because I really think the speed ones are the ones that I'm the really weakest in. Okay. So, we're done with this one. I'm gonna try the speed. Let's play that. Whoa. Ooh. I guess this is no longer here, huh? How is it not there anymore? Did they delete it? Let's re-download it. Hopefully it fixes it. If not, it's gonna suck. I know this is like an older one, so maybe it was deleted. Ooh. Yeah. Let's see if we can find it. Okay. Save. Then let's upload it. Okay. Is this in here? Yeah, that one's there. That's in there. Yeah. Okay. So let's try the speed, and we'll let's randomize and let's play. All right. Okay, I've done this one before. I should probably... No. Yeah. This is a really short playlist, so I might start doing these and that advanced one by one, dude. Because it's only like 5 minutes of this. God, my target acquisition is just so bad, dude. I need to like make sure that I remember where my targets are gonna be at. I'll try it again. Cause the time to kill this is so long that I'm like fucking up the timing of it. Okay. Okay. Should probably change this to 120. I gotta get the timing down. It's ridiculous. Look, again. Play that one. Oops, I didn't mean to press F. Alright, we tried to start over again. Alright. So, Bonky, did that help you or no? Okay, we're done with that. Let's do the advanced one by one. We don't want to randomize. Alright. Yeah, I haven't done the benchmarks in a while, so I just did that. Oh, nice, dude. So that did help. You're almost diamond, huh? You're better than me. But I haven't done the new benchmarks yet. I don't know. Are they difficult? Because they changed them from the last time I played. They changed the reactive ones. So I'm gonna play those tomorrow. Probably when I wake up. What am I doing? I'm making it harder for myself for no reason. Yeah, they changed the. What did they change? They changed this. These two, the Plaza Novus and the Air Novus. Because I don't have a score on them. So everything else is the same. I don't know why they changed it. But whatever. Alright, let's try again. Oh man. I need to stop gripping my mouse so damn hard, dude. I still keep doing it. The Fugla pressures are the ones that's really hard. Hey, a high score. Cool. It's still not very good. It's still below the medium. Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah, Fubula scenarios are really difficult. Especially if like your goal is to not let any of them die. They're really good. They're really good for like just boom flicking, you know? I'm still well below the medium for this, which sucks. VT Maddie has a really high score. But it's alright. This one's a little bit easier. Fuck. God, I fucked that up. Por eso te tardaste, ya casi son las 12.
Mira, hasta le puso hasta la perrita. A la perrita ni le gusta, se la tuve que quitar.
Ay, esa
Pero
señora.
estaba
Ya se llama. My mom went to walk the dog, and she's complaining that some lady kept her because she kept talking. She's always like, yeah, I always want to talk to him, and I don't want to talk to nobody. This one's pretty difficult also. They keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Pokeball. Okay. again, I need to like make sure that my target acquisition is not so fucked like I'm making it. Oh, I should change my thing, huh? Which one are we doing? We're doing static. One by one. Alright. Alright. Try it again. What is this? Okay. Hey, a high score, dude. I think that method of like leaving one where you know it's gonna be like where they spawn at. I guess I'm not explaining it correct. Let me explain that. So if you see one that's in the corner and it pops up, right? You're doing all the other ones and boom, it pops up, right? You shouldn't go to it. You should go to a different one. And then once you do on that little area, the ones that you already did, then you can go back to it because you know there's one right there. You don't have to look for it. Look for the other ones. What is this? Yeah, that seems to be a lot better. Huh. I guess VT Maddie was completely correct. On your peripheral vision, I would look for the next target. Once you decide on the target that you already decided on, and let your brain just take care of that one while you're looking for another one. I mean, still a long way to go. Pokeball. Google 103 here. Maybe not. Oh, I'm sending better. Alright. Yeah, I guess we just keep it at 120. In one wall to target, you definitely want to make sure that you know where the next one's spawning at. God, I should have not done that. Alright. We're doing it. Hopefully that is enough to like definitely need 103 there. Alright. Okay. Thought it was Pokeball, but it's not. Bro. Okay, that one was not a very good one. That's okay though. Move on. We move on. Okay. Alright. Getting better. Oh, this is Pokeball. Try again. Alright. Alright, how long have we been live? 3 hours, huh? Okay, we only have 4 more. Try again. This one's definitely more difficult than the one that you find in the fundamentals playlist. Okay, try this one. Let's get the records here. Fuck. Fuck. Oh man, having trouble with. Oh, give me a second. Alright. Extra small. Interesting. Oh, that was really rough for me. But I think this has been a good session. We came back. We did it. Tomorrow we're gonna do benchmarks. And we're gonna see how well we can do. And hopefully we can get out of gold. And we start doing platinum. Because I need to do these two, which I'm probably gonna do fairly well, I think, maybe. Need to do this one. And for this one, I need to get a 1460. And then we need these two. for these two, I need to do 8:30. I have a 7:30. So I need 100 points more. And then 5 spear hit bar small, your best for the scenario. Bro, I have trouble with it, man. I think my brain just can't process so many things in between at once fast enough. Or I have no clue. Tomorrow before we do the benchmarks, I'm gonna look back into this VOD and I'm gonna see what's going on there. But everything else is fine. There's these right here. And these two. I think this one we might be able to do this one. Like with a new method that we were discussing earlier about having one at least on your peripheral vision so you can go back to it. I think we might be able to do these speed ones. The erased ones I'm fine with. It's whatever. And then yeah, so we got a big day tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the follow script. If you're still here, appreciate it. Bankeet, welcome back. Hope to see you tomorrow, dude. And let's keep on grinding, dude.